Honored to be able to appear here and to show love on behalf of my friend, my brother, a great man, a great leader, a great father, a great teacher, and a great friend, Nipsey Hussle.
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after,
Snoop Dogg just dropped a courtroom bombshell, and what he exposed about Lauren London got everyone talking. What he said lines up with what the streets been whispering for years, and now things are getting real messy. It's looking like Snoop doesn't buy Lauren's story when it comes to Nipsey Hussle's death. Lauren's already been mentioned in this trial, and word on the block is she might even be called to testify next. That means no more hiding behind rumors. The truth's about to come out loud and clear. Reports say Snoop didn't just pull up to speak on Diddy. He actually called out Lauren London by name. He believes she had a quiet but major hand in the chain of events that led to Nipsey's tragic death. And somehow, all that drama is resurfacing in this Diddy case. It's wild how everything's looping back around. Now, before we go deeper, let's get one thing straight. Snoop and Nipsey weren't just industry buddies. Their bond ran deep.
Man, Nipsey Hussle, man, that's my dear brother right there. Nipsey is he's a South Central legend. He was a businessman. He was a leader, a teacher, a father, an entrepreneur.
Snoop once said Nipsey was the new Snoop, and that wasn't just talk. He saw Nipsey as a younger version of himself, hungry, real, and out here trying to lift his people up from Crenshaw to the world. They weren't just vibing in the studio either.
He just really had vision out of this world, so his legacy definitely will live on. It's tragic that his death came at such an untimely, time in this world, but we understand that when God calls on you, it's his time.
They were building a movement. They dropped heaters like Upside Down and Gangsta's Life, repping that raw West Coast energy and putting respect back on the map. Snoop even said Nipsey wrote the lyrics for his track 10 Toes Down off that 2016 Kool-Aid album. That's real love and respect for his pen game. And get this.
Real honored to be able to appear here and to show love on behalf of my friend, my brother, a great man, a great leader, a great father, a great teacher, and a great friend, Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey once turned down the chance to play Snoop in Straight Outta Compton. He told them he wanted to be Nipsey, not a copy of anyone else. That move hit Snoop hard. He admired that kind of confidence and originality. This story's got layers, and Snoop's words just made it 10 times more explosive. When Snoop and Nipsey sat down on GGN, talking about music, community, and their plans for the youth.
Long story short, we ended up connecting, we ended up making music together, we ended up making a brotherhood, we ended up creating a bond, we created something that was special.
Everyone watching could feel that real brotherhood between them. It wasn't just two artists vibing, it was two kings sharing vision, purpose, and love for their people. Then 2019 hit, and when Nipsey Hussle was taken from the world, Snoop Dogg broke down. It wasn't just another rapper gone. Snoop lost a brother. At Nipsey's memorial, when Snoop took the mic, the room went silent. His eulogy was raw, heavy, and straight from the heart. He said Nipsey wasn't just a friend, he was family, someone who shared his grind, his dreams, and his fight for the community that raised them both. Snoop stood tall even when the rumors started spinning. Fake stories, wild claims, and people trying to stain Nipsey's name. He wasn't having it. On social media, in interviews, even through his music.
50 years to life in prison. This coming here on this Wednesday out of Los Angeles. Of course, this is a live look in the courtroom right now. The Superior Court judge handed down the sentence to Eric R. Holder, who was found guilty of the 2019 first-degree of the 33-year-old Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist outside the clothing store Hustle, founded in South Los Angeles, the neighborhood where both men...
Snoop clapped back hard every time someone tried to disrespect Nipsey's legacy. That loyalty never wavered. We saw it when he dropped Nipsey Blue, that tribute track released on what would have been Nipsey's 35th birthday. You could feel the pain in his voice, the respect in every bar. But deep down, Snoop always had questions about how Nipsey was really taken out. He never believed it was just street drama. He hinted that people with real power were involved, way beyond just Big U. And that's where Lauren London's name pops back up. According to new leaks coming out of the courtroom, Snoop might have stayed quiet all this time, until now. He's reportedly saying that the ones behind Nipsey's death are still protected, and that Lauren might have known more than she ever admitted. Now, with Diddy's trial heating up, Snoop's upcoming testimony could shake everything. It might finally expose some buried truths about Lauren London and her alleged connection to that dark chapter. If you've been following the whispers, you've heard what people are saying, that maybe Lauren wasn't just a bystander in all this.
You learned from Nip.
Be you. This the G's he ever did. They was doing Straight Outta Compton movie, right? So Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, all them calling me. Man, we trying to get Nip to play you in Straight Outta Compton. He ain't getting back to us. All right, let me holler at the little homie. Boom, I hit him up, Nip. Let me holler at you, pull up on me. He come over to the spot. God, they want you to play me in the Straight Outta Compton movie. I'm happy as a motherfucker to tell him. He like, no disrespect, big homie, but I can't play you in the movie because then people gonna just know me for being you. I gotta be me.
Some folks are starting to think the story about it being just a random hit doesn't add up anymore. The word out there, this might have been calculated, because Nipsey wasn't just another rapper climbing charts. He was a movement, and that kind of power could scare the wrong people. Nipsey was leveling up fast, too fast, and doing it all on his own. That kind of independence, it shook people sitting high at the top who didn't want to see him rise. He was building his empire brick by brick, owning his businesses, his masters, and his message. That kind of power made the wrong folks nervous. Then, March 31st, 2019.
First place I seen it at.
Oh yeah, that's the unauthorized. We ain't gonna promote that one.
So where the store at right now?
No, it's on Crenshaw and Slauson. It's on the southwest corner of Crenshaw and Slauson. We got two stores. We got the clothing store, and then we got a cell phone shop next door to it. And really, my brother was responsible for that. You know, I gotta give him the credit. You know,
Hustler, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nipsey Hussle, just 33 years old, was hit with at least 10 bullets right in front of his own Marathon store, a place he built for his community. Eric Holder got caught and hit with 60 years, but the streets been whispering that Eric was just a trigger man, a pawn in a way bigger game. The realer mastermind? Someone pulling the strings from the shadows. And guess whose name keeps floating around? Diddy's. Word is, Diddy didn't move alone. He allegedly had an inside connect, someone close to Nipsey, feeding him info from the inside, someone nobody would have ever suspected. And now, eyes are turning towards Lauren London, the woman everyone thought was her ride or die. Crazy, right? Jaguar even said it out loud. L was the one who introduced Nipsey to Diddy. And the wild part? Nipsey confirmed it himself during his Breakfast Club interview. He said straight up that Lauren brought him to Puff. Now people are side-eyeing the whole situation, asking, was Lauren just his girlfriend, or was she Diddy's inside woman all along? A lot of folks believe she was placed close to Nipsey to keep tabs on him, to watch his moves, maybe even guide his decisions from behind the scenes. And now, reports say Snoop Dogg might be co-signing that story.
To a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell me. Well, you're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now?
I know, yeah.
Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies and that, it's just an experience in the physical form and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this 2-day seminar on death. So
And this was how long ago?
I had to be 25.
What sent you there? Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have such a connection to earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
But that we're all going to have to deal with.
Word is, he don't think Nipsey's death was some random street beef. He believes there's way more to it, and that Lauren knows things she hadn't said. Snoop's been dropping hints too, connecting dots and calling out how Diddy and Lauren's relationship seemed a little too close for comfort. Then those old photos popped up, showing Lauren and Diddy looking way too friendly, while Nipsey stood in the background, looking like he didn't belong. And after Nipsey's passing, when Lauren sat down with Angie Martinez for that interview, that's when things really started feeling off. Something about her energy didn't match your words, and people haven't stopped talking since.
Testifying that, these physical threats, one thing that stood out to me that she said was if she made the wrong face, the next thing I knew I was getting hit in the face. And she said he controlled almost every aspect of her life. He gave her essentially busy work, a to-do list, so he would know what she was doing at all times. If he couldn't reach her, he was incessantly texting her until someone went and checked to see where she was. She also said that he controlled her appearance. Sometimes he didn't like her hair, he wanted her to dress sometimes a tomboy. He wanted her nails to be white, she testified, especially during the freak-offs. And one thing that she said she was concerned about was blackmail, because a lot of these freak-offs were recorded, and the big concern was hers that they could end up in the internet if somehow she did something to upset her.
During that interview, Lauren said it was Diddy who helped her through the pain after Nipsey's death, and the way she described it got people raising eyebrows everywhere. She even quoted something Diddy told her. "Look, boo, you showed everybody how to hold a man down and love him. Now, show him what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility." Wild, right? That's not some casual, friendly comfort line. That's deep, layered, and low-key unsettling. It sounded like a bond built on more than sympathy, almost like there were strings attached. And here's what really threw people off. Lauren said Diddy called her Boo, a name that was only between her and Nipsey. Fans couldn't believe it. Why would Diddy use a name so personal, something that belonged to Nipsey and Lauren alone? That detail alone has social media in flames. But it didn't stop there. Lauren mentioned she had gone to a death seminar before Nipsey even passed. A whole seminar about grief and loss before losing a man. That detail shocked everyone. Like, who does that unless they already felt something was about to go down? It's almost like she was mentally preparing herself to play calm once the storm hit. And that's what made folks' minds spin. Because wasn't that eerily similar to what Diddy did before Kim Porter passed? That man bought a gold casket just a month before her death. What are the odds?
Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, "I want you to mentor me. You know, I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets." You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap. So a lot of people don't know this. We got them to change it in Wikipedia. Somebody over at the label tried to leave my name out, but he came to me and said, "I want you to be a part of helping me finish up this album." And so I was a part of not just the records I was on with him on his last album. He was like, "Yo, I'm a big fan of like Life After Death."
People started connecting dots real fast. Nipsey wasn't known for chasing industry ties. He stayed independent, real, and about his community. But Lauren, she had access, connections, and deep roots inside that Hollywood and music circuit. Once she brought Nipsey into Diddy's world, things started changing fast. Diddy reportedly got involved in Victory Lane, Nipsey's biggest album, the one that solidified his legacy. According to Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, Nipsey even asked Diddy to help shape Victory Lane to feel like Biggie's Life After Death. And everyone knows that's the same album that dropped after Biggie was gone. The parallel was eerie, and the timing made people's stomachs turn. Something about it just didn't sit right. And now, with Snoop speaking up, all these connections are getting harder to ignore. Gene said Nipsey's biggest mistake was letting Diddy get too close. Once Diddy got involved, he allegedly sank his hooks in deep, and that's when the planning for Nipsey's downfall might have begun. Now that Snoop's reportedly testifying, everyone's tuning in because he knew Nip personally. Word from the courtroom says Diddy's legal team just dropped new evidence, tapes allegedly linking Lauren London to Diddy himself. Yeah, the same kind of wild tapes people have been whispering about. The ones showing big-name celebs caught up in Diddy's secret world of parties, power, and shady deals. Some stars admit they've been to Diddy's parties, but swear they left before anything went sideways. Still, if it was that wild, why keep showing up every year? Now, with these alleged tapes tying Lauren to Diddy's inner circle, people are wondering, was she really down for Nipsey, or was she playing both sides? And the real question, why is Diddy's team choosing now to let this story leak? Could it be that Diddy's trying to drag Lauren down with him now that his empire's falling apart? The streets sure think so, and the internet's going wild with opinions. One online user wrote, "If London betrayed Nipsey Hussle after everything he did for her, then I hope she goes to prison too." Another said, "Nip didn't need Puff. He was doing it all on his own, straight from the hood. No handouts, no Hollywood games. He was shining until Diddy stepped in." And someone else added, "I've been saying this from day one. She's guilty. There was zero emotion when he died. This ain't just a trial anymore. It's a full-blown war of power, loyalty, and betrayal. with Snoop allegedly spilling secrets nobody else would dare to say, it feels like the truth is creeping closer every day. People are now asking the real questions. Did Lauren know more than she ever let on? And why has she been so quiet while everything around her burns? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, so stay locked in because more twists are coming fast. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video so you don't miss a single update on what could be one of the wildest sagas in hip-hop history.